What's up guys, welcome back to Destiny Updates. The latest Bungie Weekly update from a few days ago had some interesting things to look over, including a very likely reference to the beta release date. Real quick before we start though, I'm going to be annoying and remind you guys that if you're interested in Watch Dogs, you should definitely go check out my good friend's new channel, Watch Dogs Central. He's doing an awesome job covering every bit of news and might add to your excitement a bit with the game coming out so soon. So go check him out, linked below. Let's get into the update though. It begins with a large section on the geology and rocks in Destiny, specifically Old Russia. It is quite interesting if you'd like to read it yourself, but there isn't really any news in most of it, so I won't go over the entire thing. Basically though, it shows that they've put a ton of work into the finer details, like the layers of rocks being accurate and indicating the geological history of the area. I think attention to detail is extremely important, and all the little things really do make a difference, so it was cool to see. Also, these screenshots of gorgeous Old Russia and the renders of rock types look pretty nice as well. Here we can see some of the rock presets to be used in Grognok, their world editing tool. I thought it was interesting that some of the rocks were specifically designed for cover in combat. Now after that, the lead environment artist said something rather interesting, which is, most of the rocks in the palette I built are designed to keep the overall visual noise level down in any given scene. If noise levels are too high, players have a harder time resolving the location of combatants with a glance. So it sounds like, at least in Old Russia, they don't want the visual palette to be too complex and make it difficult to spot objects on the field. Moving on though, let's take a look at the mail sack, which had some interesting things this time around. First, Paragon asks how far in advance we'll learn the beta launch date. Deej essentially said that we'll know at E3. And then the next one is very interesting. Gnoizik, or however you're supposed to pronounce that, asks, should we expect big things for Bungie Day this year? Deej replies, sure. Bungie Day is about the entire Bungie community at large, so we'll be doing something special that everyone can enjoy, at the same time. Now that makes it sound like the beta will be fully released by Bungie Day, or perhaps on Bungie Day. And by fully released, I mean on all platforms, since PlayStation will have it sometime before. This is pure speculation, but if the full release was on Bungie Day, July 7th, it seems quite possible that the PlayStation release could be about a week before, or something along those lines. We really have no idea though, E3 will tell. Mr. Arrow then asks if Destiny will offer something similar to Halo's Firefight. Deej essentially said that they hope we won't find Destiny to be exactly like anything they've done before, but they've got something similar in the form of strikes, except with a bit of story, a boss, and loot all mixed in. Next, Kailski essentially asks if never having played Halo will be detrimental to the Destiny experience. Deej gave a rather long answer, but he says absolutely not. Destiny is completely new. Although he did add that there are those who loved Halo and have now played Destiny and described it as coming home, which they're glad to hear, although they still hope to have some surprises for them. After that, Grisliest Fan asks if there will be pets in Destiny. And Deej pretty much shoots that down by saying, you'll have the chance to make someone your blam, which is obviously censoring something, in competitive multiplayer. That count? Then Halo Monster 95 asks for reassurance that they love all their fans the same, regardless of console. Deej says yes. We'll have some tough choices about the vessel we'll select to play Destiny on, but no matter what, Bungie will love us and play alongside us. Next up, Ziggy Chris asks if we can mod burst fire weapons to be semi or full auto, because he personally hates burst. Deej said that he also isn't fond of burst, but Destiny offers a huge arsenal of weapons of all firing patterns. Now he didn't actually address if we can mod a gun's current firing mode though, so it sounds like that probably won't be possible. After that, there was a bunch of miscellaneous things about factions. Most of that was already mentioned though, and will be in my big breakdown when I eventually get that done. One interesting one though is, the Clawman asks if his whole clan needs to be in the same faction. Deej says that there will be a number of ways to express your solidarity with one faction or another, or even all, but they did not want to give us a choice that will put a barrier between friends. His clan is quite safe from the strife of factions, he says. And that's all for this update. I'm sorry once again for the delay on my full breakdown. Unfortunately, it'll still be a while because I've been extremely busy and just don't have the time, but I'll try to get it done as soon as I can and make it as high quality as possible. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.